What's poppin', my pretties? It's your girl Kaja and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kaja. On my channel I deal with beauty, hair, lifestyle, and fashion. So as always, if y'all like that type of content, make sure you subscribe down below and you turn that bell notification so you're notified every time I post a video. Today I'm coming at you with this light coverage makeup look. Most of the products I use today are Fenty Beauty. Not all of my products are Fenty Beauty, but I just wanted to make that clear. I'm not a pro at doing makeup by all means. I always do what works best for me. So if you like to see how I got this makeup look right here, continue to watch. We have a sponsor for today's video, so let's get into that sponsorship and I will meet y'all back in a minute. Today's video is sponsored by Longwear Hair Care. They're a black owned hair care company. They sent your girl over some edge control. I actually use this edge control for today's look. Now my hair is natural. This edge control is doing an amazing job holding my natural hair down. This edge control is also good for girls who have relaxed hair as well. It comes in this nice little cute tin right here. You just pop it off like so, and this is what the edge control looks like. The edge control does not have a strong smell. In order to achieve this look, I did add water. I always add water when it comes to applying products and edge control to my hair. I've learned that with my natural hair, it's better if I do add water, and the instructions on this edge control does say to add water. I'm gonna read you what the instructions say. Just take a small amount and work it really good in your hair or your edges. If you experience the product turning white, just add a little water. Now I didn't experience this product turning white because, like I said, I always add water to my hair before I apply my edge control on. It just works best for me, so I didn't experience that at all. I'm really liking this edge control. Once this is gone, I'm gonna have to buy me some more. Everything will be linked down below on how to purchase this edge control. As always, you know, on this channel we support black owned businesses. It's important that we support each other, so make sure you buy you some edge control today. Get you some edge control, sis. When I start off any of my makeup looks, I always like to start off with my skin nice and hydrated and moisturized. So I've already done my skincare routine. If you have not seen that, I will link that down below. One thing I have added to my skincare routine, everyday sunscreen. It's called Supergoop sunscreen. It's SPF 40. I got this from Sephora. The reason I added this to my everyday skincare routine is because I live in Georgia now and I'm from North Carolina, and the humidity down here is like crazy, you guys. So I started noticing a couple sunspots on my face. So I know we as African Americans feel like we should not, or we don't have to protect our skin, but we do. I did this everyday sunscreen to my skincare routine during the day instead of using that other serum that I was using at nighttime, and it's worked good for me. I've been using this for 3 weeks now. And it doesn't leave that like crazy film that you used to get like when your mom put sunscreen on your face when you were young. So now I'm gonna come in with this Jouer lip oil. I like to hydrate my lips too before I start my makeup look. As you see, I already have my eyebrows drawn on. This is as good as it's gonna get today. Got my eyebrows waxed, and whoever waxed them kind of messed them up, so it's hard for me to fix them. So yeah, this is as good as it's gonna get. We're gonna move right along. Alright, so today we're basically using Fenty Beauty products. I did not plan it to be like a Fenty Beauty light coverage routine, but those are the products that I have and I've actually been liking. So when I start my makeup looks, I like to start with my eyeshadow first, especially if I'm putting foundation on, because I don't like for my eyeshadow to come down on like under my eyes and just mess my face up. So we're coming in with this palette right here, the Nubian. And we are using only 2 eyeshadows today. I love 2 eyeshadow makeup looks. Less is more and it's easier for me to do. So we're gonna come in with this orange color right here, kind of like fall looking color, and we're gonna use this brown color as well. I love this palette right here. This is an eyeshadow brush that I got from the dollar store. This orange looking color, we're just gonna put it directly on our eyelid. focus it on your eyelid, not so much as focusing it on your crease. Now we're gonna do the other side. As you can see, I had concealer on my eyes before I started this. The concealer just helps your eyeshadow pop a little more. So that's why I always try to do my eyebrows first, because then my concealer is already on my eyes. I have that orangey looking color on. I'm gonna come in with another Dollar Tree brush. I use the same brushes for the same colors, so that's why I like to get the Dollar Tree one. And now we're gonna come in with the brownish color right here. I'm wearing a lot of browns like all summer, and I just feel like brown looks really good on melanin skin. We're gonna bring this color down a little bit, almost like you're about to smoke it. And then I'm gonna put it in the crease and just blend it. And disclaimer, I'm not a makeup professional. I do what works for me. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. And bring it in the crease. This is what we're looking like so far. I'm gonna come back in with that orange color that I used to begin with, and I'm just gonna brighten up the color. Just focusing it right here. Alright, so this is what the eyes are looking like. Now this is one thing I do. I know most people use brushes to do this step, but I like to use my fingers to blend out the, I guess you can say, the demarcation looking line. I don't know if that's what it's called. But I just take my finger and I just blend it outwards, so the line is not so crisp and you can't really see that line as much. Yeah, I just find it easier for me to blend with my fingers. I know a lot of people blend with brushes, but again, this is just how I do it. So can you see how this is blended versus how this one looks? That's what you're looking for. So I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. I will come back into the eyeliner and add my lashes on in a minute. Now we're gonna start with the face. So when it comes to my face, I like to prime my face. Fenty Beauty primer. And we're gonna give it 2 pumps. I've been really liking this primer lately. I cannot use Fenty Beauty skincare. It does not agree with my skin. But when it comes to the makeup, I can use Fenty Beauty makeup. So my face is nice and prime and it's ready for me to put on my foundation. So we're gonna come in with the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I am in the shade 385. Now I went into Sephora to get color matched. At Sephora, I didn't know that they really can't tell you, oh, you're 370 or you're this color or that color. They can only give you suggestions. And I went in there, one of the girls that worked there told me 3 different shades she thought I would be, and one of them was the 385, so I was like, okay, let's go with the 385. So far it matches my skin pretty good. This is a light coverage look. I'm only gonna do 1 pump and then like not a full pump, so it's like 1.5 pumps, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put it on the places on my face where I'd rather have more coverage, and my stomach keeps growling because I'm hungry, you guys. Yeah, I'm just putting this on the spots of my face where I want a lot of coverage. I don't really like putting that much makeup on my forehead. I don't know, that's just me. So now we're gonna come in with a beauty blender. I like to use a beauty blender first and then go in with the foundation brush. This beauty blender is not dirty. I've actually tried to record this video like 4 times. I was just not feeling it, y'all. So yeah, this is my 4th time recording this video. So hopefully this is my last time. So you're just going in and making your skin look as even as possible. Get nice and blended out. If you need to use more foundation, by all means do so. Do what works for you. So normally I just go in with 1.5 pumps for light coverage, and then I go in and then I use a little more foundation if I think I need it. Sometimes I need it and sometimes I don't. I did buy some Morphe brushes. I don't know the names of them because it was like a little traveling kit that I purchased that was on sale. So I'm gonna use one of my Morphe brushes that is a foundation brush to go in and just buff out the foundation. And this is the brush right here, and I'm gonna just I feel like we're pretty even. Now I'm gonna spot conceal on like places where I have like blemishes or pimples or anything like that. My handy dandy LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. And I'm just gonna spot conceal in like I said, places where I have a blemish. So right here, I popped a pimple months ago and it's still there. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Like, you see the little bit that I do have on my face. So one thing I didn't mention in my last makeup video, the no makeup look, is that you always should let your beauty blender and out your concealer. I had did that off camera, but I don't know if people know that. So I just want to say that this is damp. It's not dirty because I've done this makeup look 4 times, and that's where the concealer came from. And all you're going to do is you're just going to pat that concealer out in that spot. You're not trying to get it covered all over your face because you're just working on the spots that you have issues with. Alright, let's move on to the next side. I got this beauty blender the other day from Target, and I really like it. I like the color. It's aesthetically pleasing. Now that I already spot concealed, I'm gonna go in and place concealer under my eyes. Fenty Beauty concealer, and this is the shade 370. I've liked this concealer so far as well. I'm doing like a light coverage. I'm just gonna put 3 dots under my eyes like that. And same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna take the same beauty blender that I was using that's damp and just pat it out. Always make sure I look up so I can get like all the way up to my waterline, because I have a lot of bags under my eyes because I do not sleep at night. You know, putting concealer under your eyes just brightens up that area. And just pat out and just keep patting until it disappears. I haven't really gotten to the whole contouring my face thing. I actually tried it one day and then I posted a picture on Snap and somebody's like, oh my gosh, your makeup looks good. And I was like, thanks. That was my first time trying to contour. And I only like contouring my nose a little bit. But yeah, I still have to practice with that. Okay, so it's nice and blended out. I'm gonna come in with the Fenty Beauty pressed powder in the shade Honey. I'm gonna add it the littlest bit under my eyes. I'm not trying to like bake. I'm just trying to set the concealer that's under my eyes. And so I'm gonna use the littlest bit, you guys. This much. I'm gonna bounce it on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna put it directly where I put that concealer. I mean, and it's like the littlest bit. I only did 3 dots, so I don't really need that much. Same ordeal on the other side. Just bounce and then right under. Give some color to our face. I'm a blush girl, so I love wearing blush. We're gonna come in with the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream Blush. And this is in the shade Rose Latte. I featured this in my no makeup look. And I'm using the slanted brush. I use a slanted brush when I'm applying my blush. And I bounce it on my hand first because sometimes the side that I put the blush on first is way heavier than the other side. And I always start with my right side. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna smile a little bit and place the blush on your cheekbone. Sometimes if I feel like I have too much blush on, you know me, I'll take my fingers and I just pat it out a little bit. Oh, and guys, every time like I use my fingers, I always go and wash my hands. But I'm not showing y'all me getting up and washing my hands. But I always go and wash my hands. That's what we're looking like so far. And I'm starting to like it. I'm going to add just a little bit of bronzer to my face. No, I'm not really good at doing the whole bronzer thing. But I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm coming out Fenty Beauty Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. We're going to use another Morphe brush. I've been using this for bronzer. And I'm going to put it on my forehead. A little bit of highlight to my face, not too much. This is the Fenty Beauty Freestyle Highlighter. I love this highlighter. It's in the shade Mean Money and Hustler Baby, and I use Hustler Baby all the time. I've really not used Mean Money, but I'm gonna take this Morphe brush that's like really fluffy, and I'm gonna get a little bit of the product, knock it off a little bit, and I'm gonna place it like right here. So like right on top. I've only been placing my highlighter right here lately. I don't know, I started liking the look. And of course, I always get the tip of my nose and the sides of And I'll finish it off at the bridge. Now we're gonna give the face a good little spray with my setting spray. Off camera, I'm gonna put on my lashes and do my eyeliner as well as apply mascara. But before I get off the camera, I just wanted to show y'all these lashes that I received from Lashing & Co. They sent me some lashes in their wifey edition. I love these lashes. I've worn them like 5 times and they're still good. They're really fluffy and they're really soft, and I freaking love them. So thank you Lashing & Co. for sending your girl over these lashes. If you guys would like to purchase some of these lashes, they have different styles to choose from. I will link all of their information down below. So let me do my eyeliner, my mascara, and my lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back. I have my lashes on. I messed up a bunch of times. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I could not get my lashes on. It's just one of them days that a girl goes through. I'm gonna come back in with some lip oil. I like to do lip oils. It almost makes you look like you have lip gloss on. And we're gonna come in with a brown pencil. It's from Walmart. It's Wet n Wild. So I'm gonna line my lips. I'm not the best at doing this. Some days are better than others. What I have learned is if you make sure that your pencil is nice and sharp, it will come out perfect, okay? So let's start lining. One new thing I have been doing when it comes to my upper lip is crossing over and then lining. So let me show you guys what I mean by that. So I'm gonna just cross over, like make a line right here, and then continue to outline. So once your lips are lined, you're just gonna rub your lips together really lightly. That's what we're looking like. Never Nude lipstick. This Wet n Wild, so I got this at Walmart. It was like $2. I did use it, so I like to wipe it off. I like to wipe the oil off from my previous lip application. And so you're just gonna focus this on the inside of your lips. If you did get it on the outside, it's okay, because we're gonna go back in and touch up our lips with the brown. I always call these lips, or this lip combo, like the Bratz doll lip combo, because I grew up in an era where we had Bratz dolls, and that's the vibe I get, because you know their lips used to look like this. I'm gonna go back in and line it. And the last thing we're gonna do is bring in a top coat. I got this Kaja or Kaja lip gloss in the shade Milk Tea from Sephora. One day I went in there and I saw it, and I've been using the Shiz Not Eat out of this stuff. I love it. This is the finished makeup look. This is the finished look. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below. Remember, everybody is pretty no matter what size, shape, or color. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video.